Top 10 Facts About Space. Hi everyone and welcome to this YouTube channel. We will tell you about, when you gaze toward the stars, what is your take on? That we might not be separated from everyone else. The immensity, all things considered. There's a ton to ponder space. The truth of the matter is we don't have a clue about every one of the responses about it. We know it's tremendous and delightful, yet we're not quite certain how huge or how wonderful, so far as that is concerned. A portion of the things we do be aware, be that as it may, are out and out incredible. Underneath, we've gathered the absolute most astonishing realities about space. So when you gaze toward the stars, you can be perpetually wowed by the thing you're checking out. 1. Neutron stars can spin at a rate of 600 rotations per second. Neutron stars are one of the conceivable transformative endpoints of high-mass stars. They're brought into the world in a center breakdown cosmic explosion star blast, and thusly pivot very quickly as an outcome of their physical science. Neutron stars can turn up to 60 times each second after conceived. Under extraordinary conditions, this rate can increment to an excess of 600 times each second. 2. Space is completely silent. Sound waves need a medium to go through. Since there is no environment in the vacuum of room, the domain between stars will continuously be shockingly quiet. All things considered, universes with environments and pneumatic force truly do permit sound to travel. Consequently, why there's a lot of clamor on Earth and probable different planets too. 3. There is an uncountable number of stars in the known universe. We fundamentally have no clue about the number of stars there that are in the universe. At this moment, we utilize our gauge of the number of stars there that are in our own cosmic system, the Milky Way. We then duplicate that number by the best rough approximation of the quantity of systems in the universe. After all that math, NASA can certainly say there are all zillions of uncountable stars. A zillion is any uncountable sum. 4. The Apollo astronauts' footprints on the Moon will probably stay there for at least 100 million years. Since the Moon doesn't have a climate, there's no wind or water to dissolve or wash away the Apollo space travelers' imprint on the Moon. That implies their impressions, rover prints, spaceship prints, and disposed of materials will remain saved on the Moon for quite a while. However, they won't remain on there always. The Moon's still a unique climate. It's really being continually assaulted with micrometeorites, and that implies that disintegration is as yet occurring on the Moon, super leisurely. 5. 99% of our solar system's mass is the Sun. Our star, the Sun, is thick to such an extent that it represents an incredible 99% of the mass of our whole planetary group. That permits it to gravitationally overwhelm the planets as a whole. In fact, our Sun is a G-type fundamental succession star, and that implies that consistently, it combines roughly 600 million tons of hydrogen to helium. It likewise changes around 4 million tons of issue over completely to energy as a side effect. 6. More energy from the Sun hits Earth every hour than the planet uses in a year. The utilization of sun-powered energy has expanded at a pace of 20% every year for the beyond 15 years. As per Yale Environment 360, the world added 30% more sunlight-based energy limit in 2017, implying that 98.9 gigawatts of sun-oriented energy was created that year. In spite of apparently enormous number, this measure of energy just records for 0.7% of the world's yearly power use. 7. If two pieces of the same type of metal touch in space, they will bond and be permanently stuck together. This astounding impact is called cold welding. It happens in light of the fact that the molecules of the singular bits of metal have no chance of realizing that they are various bits of metal, so the bumps consolidate. This wouldn't occur on Earth since there is air and water isolating the pieces. The impact has a great deal of suggestion for shuttle development and the eventual fate of metal-based development in vacuums. 8. The largest asteroid in our solar system is a mammoth piece of space rock named Ceres, the Space Rock, which is some of the time known as a Bantam planet. It's very nearly 600 miles in width. It's by a long shot the biggest in the asteroid belt among Mars and Jupiter. and records for an entire third of the belt's mass. Ceres' surface region is around equivalent to the land area of India or Argentina. The uncrewed rocket Dawn just wrapped up its main goals circling Ceres, and assisting us with absolutely changing comprehension we might interpret the world. 9. One day on Venus is longer than 1 year on Earth. Venus has an incredibly sluggish pivot revolution that takes around 243 Earth days to finish one full cycle. Adequately amusing, it requires Venus even less investment in Earth days to finish one upheaval around the Sun. 226 to be careful. Besides, the Sun rises each 117 Earth days, and that implies that the Sun will rise just twice during every year, which is likewise all in fact around the same time. Since Venus likewise pivots clockwise, the Sun will ascend in the west and set in the east. 10. Jupiter's red spot is shrinking. Jupiter's renowned red spot has been contracting throughout recent many years. This spot in the world is a monster-turning storm that used to have the option to fit around 3 Earths. Presently, as indicated by just a single Earth, can fit inside the spot. Curiously, as the tempest is contracting in width, it's really developing taller long. Starting around 2018, researchers are as yet befuddled regarding the reason why this peculiarity is happening in any case. Yet, some hypothesize that it might have to do with fly streams on Jupiter that have either headed in a different path or area. There are probably more than 1 septillion to 1 septillion stars in the universe. The Milky Way universe contains around 100 billion stars. Assuming you duplicate that by the assessed number of systems in the perceptible universe, 10 trillion is an unobtrusive speculation. You get a number that is 1 with 24 zeros after it, 1 septillion. David Kornwright, an associate teacher at Ithaca College, said that number is presumably excessively low since additional universes will probably be found as innovation gets to the next level. Like and subscribe to the channel, give a comment in case of any questions and confusions, and also must click on the bell icon.